want you to miss anything.
It was funny, I took mine down yesterday. I thought I could.
Shabbat Shalom and good Yontif. So I want to welcome all who have come here this evening that have hopefully had their power restored and all of that. Turn that away from me. To join us this evening on our holiest evening. It's wonderful to see faces. Actually, if I take my glasses off, I can see faces. But it's good to see faces of my friends, my congregation sitting before me, and to see new faces. Faces that I hope will not be new next year at this season, but will become old friends. It's also good to have some old friends in the congregation with me from Indiana, which is always really wonderful. We are blessed to have our accompanist Manfred Dralick with us this evening, and I want to personally thank him for everything that he has done to help improve my voice for you, so that I don't run you out of the place, and all the work he has done to bring back our choir. It's not the choir of yesteryear, okay, but and some of our melodies may be a little bit unfamiliar, but it's my hope that you will embrace what we are bringing to you this evening. And I'd like to begin with a poem by Rabbi Rami Shapiro. Today we stand before the mirror of all to see ourselves as we are. We come with no gifts, no bribes, no illusions, no excuses. We stand without defense and wait to be filled. What will fill us? Remorse, certainly, so much error and needless pain. And joy, remembered moments of love and right doing. We are too complex for single-sided emotions, and we are too simple to be excused by our complexity. Let us be bold enough to see, humble enough to feel, daring enough to turn and embrace the way of justice, mercy, and simplicity. And I would like to ask everyone at this time, be sure that your cell phones are turned to silent to preserve the sanctity of our evening. And this evening, we're going to do something just a little bit different. We're going to actually begin our service this evening with the playing of Kol Nidrei. And playing for us this evening is our own Madeline Berger on the viola, and she will be accompanied by Manfred Dralick. We bring to you Kol Nidrei. Well, if that didn't set the tone, nothing will. We begin our service this evening on page 5. On this journey, our soul will awaken to itself. We will venture from innocence to sin and back to innocence again. This is a journey from denial to awareness, from self-deception to judgment. We will learn our divine name. We will move from self-hatred to self-forgiveness, from anger to healing, from hard-heartedness to brokenheartedness. This is the journey the soul takes to transform itself and to evolve, the journey from boredom and staleness, from deadness to renewal. It is the journey from little mind to big mind, from confinement in the ego to a sense of ourselves as a part of something larger. It is the journey from isolation to a sense of our intimate connection to all being. Every soul needs to express itself. Every heart needs to crack itself open. Every one of us needs to move from anger to healing, from denial to consciousness, from boredom to renewal. These needs did not arise yesterday. They are among the most ancient of human yearnings, and they are fully expressed in the pageantry and the ritual of the days of awe, in the great journey we make between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Our opening song this evening is Or Zarua, and you can find the words to Or Zarua on page 16 if you would like to sing along with the chorus. Or Zarua la tzadik, ula yishrei lesimcha. 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 We turn to page 9 for the lighting of our Shabbat and Yom Tov candles.
The human spirit is the lamp of God, searching out what lies within us, guided by the flame of conscience. On this sacred night, we search for truth. Shine your light upon us as we strive to serve you. May we find safety in your faithful love. We light the flame of healing and forgiveness on this atonement night. We give thanks for love.
Let's gather in the Shabbat and Yom Tov light together.
Baruch atah
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner, shel Shabbat v'shel Yom HaKippurim.
Source of blessing, eternal our God, you fill the universe with majestic might. teaching us holiness through sacred obligations, giving us the mitzvah of bringing light on Shabbat and Yom Kippur.
And let's sing the blessing for the candles and then right into the Shehechianu. It's hard to get all the words in there. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'hilanu la'azman hazeh. Amen. Page 15. Kol Nidrei, a chant that begins in a whisper and rises to a cry. On this night of promises remembered, each soul in solitude communes with the soul of the universe. God, from this day of atonement to the next, may we reach it in peace. All Israel makes these vows: to turn from wrong, dishonesty, and greed, to walk in the path of justice and right. Yet we know our weakness, how prone we are to fail. Help us to keep our word. Help us to act with humility and integrity. We seek pardon and forgiveness. We seek your radiance and light. And I'm going to ask everyone to rise as these scrolls are removed from the ark, and we will remain standing through the Shema. If you need to sit down, please feel free to do so. Turn to page 18 for the chanting of Kol Nidrei. Kol Nidrei, Vekonamei, Vechinuyei, Vechinusei, Ushavut. And on page 18, let us read together in the English. All vows, resolves, and commitments, vows of abstinence and terms of obligation, sworn promises and oaths of dedication, that we promise and swear to God and take upon ourselves from this day of atonement until next day of atonement, may it find us well. We regret them, and for all of them we repent. Let all of them be discarded and forgiven, abolished and undone. They are not valid, and they are not binding. Our vows shall not be vows. Our resolves shall not be resolves, and our oaths they shall not be oaths. Page 20. All shall be forgiven, the entire community of Israel, and the stranger who lives in their midst, for all have gone astray in error. Moses prayed to God, as you have been faithful to this people ever since Egypt, please forgive their failings now, in keeping with your boundless love. V'sham ne'emar, v'yomer Adonai, salakti ki dvarecha. And God responded, I forgive, as you have asked. At this time, we will return the Torahs to the ark. Please remain standing, if you're able. On page 22, please join us in our call to worship, the Baruch Hu. Page 25. Day and night are yours, creative spirit of the universe, the muted colors of twilight, the radiance of dawn. Yours are the spreading wings of light, the deepening shadows of darkness, and ever-changing drama. In the human heart, too, the struggle between darkness and light unfolds. From sunlit heights of generosity, the human heart sinks to the gloomy depths of selfishness. Although we fail, you give us the strength to rise again. You call on those who hurt through word or deed to break free from wrongdoing and return to you. All who hear your call to goodness are embraced. All who reject emptiness and evil find acceptance from you. We come into your presence this night of Kol Nidrei, aware that our shortcomings and weaknesses are many. Yet, encouraged by your promise of forgiveness, we choose freely the path of repentance, restoring wholeness to our lives and holiness to the world. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. And we turn to page 28 for the Shema, the watchwords of our faith. And this melody may be just a little different than one you're used to, but I think you'll get it. You may now be seated. We turn to page 31. With all your strength, our sages teach, love God with all your strength. This means show love with your wealth, put your resources towards good purposes, serve the Most High with everything you possess. Those who reject all material possessions, who spurn comfort and wealth, who deny the body, they lose their ability to appreciate life's value. Poverty and suffering do not cultivate the love of God. Rather, learn to love life, live fully, cherish the world, and enjoy its treasures. Then you will gain a full measure of love. Then will your heart expand with gratitude, and only then will you give with a joyful heart. And we turn to page 39. It's 38, whatever. Okay, truth and faith. These are fundamental to our existence. God alone is their source, and we are Israel, a people of God. Our sovereign saves us from tyranny.
redeems us from its violence through countless wonders, from its brutality through great feats beyond measure. We are Israel, a people of God, the giver of life, who would not let our feet give way, the maker of miracles for us against Pharaoh, of signs and portents in the land of Egypt, the one who brought our people Israel from its midst to enduring freedom.
And we turn to page 40 for the singing of Mi Chamocha, that song that we sang after we successfully crossed the Sea of Reeds. Mi Chamocha b'ayim Adonai, Mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh, norah tehilot oseh melech, malachutecha rahu anecha, lokei hayom lifnei Moshe, ze'eni anu yamru, Adonai yimlo elayim. V'ne'emar, ki fada Adonai et Yaakov uga'alo miyachazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai Kol Yisrael. Page 43.
The peace of wild things. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives might be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in the beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I came into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world and am free.
Baruch atah Adonai, hapurei sukkot shalom, Elenu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Blessed One, you spread over us a canopy of peace, a shelter of shalom over all Israel, your people, and over Jerusalem.
And we turn to page 46. And all who are able, please rise for the tefillah. Have mercy upon me, O God, as befits your faithfulness. In keeping with your abundant compassion, blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly of my iniquity, and purify me of my sin. For I recognize my transgression, and am ever conscious of my sin. Adonai sepetatita uvia gitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 48. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor HaNorah, El Elyon, Gohel HaSadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Hasdei Avot V'Imahot, Umei V'Yulah, Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava. Zochreinu l'chaim, melech haaretz, Mashiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Amen. We continue on page 50. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mekayeh hakol atah rav lehoshia, morid hatal, Mekachel chayim bechesed, Mekayeh hakol berakamim rabim, so make noflim verofei kolim, umatir asurim, umakayeh emunato lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al giverot, umidom elav, melech memit, umakayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, michamocha el harakami, zoker yitzura, l'chaim berakamim, v'ne'eman atah l'hayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekayeh hakol. Page 53. Atah kadosh, v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'kol yom, yahalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. And you may be seated. In this next section, there is a word, u'v'chein. It means, and so. And so. And we are going to be chanting this word together. The choir is going to be leading us, and we're going to sing it. We'll be doing it 3 times. So you'll catch on. It's very, very easy, very meditative. And so. U'v'chein, 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 u'v'chein. And so, in your holiness, give all creation the gift of awe. Turn our fear to reverence. Let us be witnesses of wonder, perceiving all nature as a prayer come alive. We bow to the sovereignty of your strength, the primacy of your power. We yearn for connection with all that lives, doing your will with wholeness of heart. Awe-inspiring is your creation, all-encompassing your transcendent name. Page 54. U'v'chein, 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 u'v'chein. And so, in your holiness, give your people the gift of honor. Bless with praise those who praise you. Bless with hope those who seek you. Give your believers a basis for faith, true happiness for the land of Israel, true joy in Jerusalem. May the sparks of David, your servant, soon grow bright enough for us to see a beam of light in the darkness, a promise of perfection. Page 56. U'v'chein, 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 u'v'chein. And so, in your holiness, give the righteous the gift of a vision bright with joy, a world where evil has no voice. The rule of malevolence fades like wisps of smoke. Good people everywhere will celebrate the stunning sight of arrogance gone from the earth. Page 58. Kadosh Atah. Kadosh Atah v'nora shemecha ve'ein Elohim beladecha kakatuv v'yikba Adonai tzvahot b'mishpat v'ha'el hakadosh nikdash b'tzedakah Baruch atah Adonai HaMelech HaKadosh. Amen. Page 63.
Like smoke above the altar, may a memory of us ascend and come before you. As Israel once came to you with offerings from the flock, so we bring to you the offerings of our mouth, not lip service, but heartfelt prayer. So the prophet taught, "Return, O Israel, to Adonai your God, for you have fallen because of your sin. Take words with you and return to Adonai. Accept the words we set before you, awkward and imperfect as they are, our hesitant questions, our corrosive doubts. Accept, too, our silences, our thoughts that rise in the stillness, our faith that coheres for a fragile instant, then dissipates like smoke above the altar."
Page 67.
The promise of your forgiveness. Adonai, all merciful and gracious, on this night of Kol Nidrei, we are filled with confidence and faith as we awaken to the promise of your forgiveness. Like a generous father, you accept our weaknesses. Like a kind and caring mother, you see beyond our faults, for your desire to pardon the penitent is true and enduring. And yet, how can we come close to you, near enough to know your living fountain of love? You are near when we banished our hate. You are near when we banished hatred from our hearts. You are near when we cast out cruelty and spite. You are the source of life, mother and father of all that lives. But we cannot call you our parent unless we first treat all people as our brothers and sisters, asking forgiveness from those we have hurt, bringing healing to the places where we have done harm. God, we thank you for signs of your grace and love. We thank you for courage and inspiration in the work of Tikkun Midot, the task of shaping our lives for the better. You have shown us that repentance requires not ceremony, but return to the path of duty, sincerity, and truth, not offerings at the altar, but a mending of ways, not strength beyond human powers, but a belief in the ability to change. We do not trust in miracles to rid the world of madness and evil, but in a supreme wisdom that guides our lives and deeds towards goodness. May our prayers be pleasing in your sight. May our actions be acceptable before you. May our journey of atonement be a source of joy and gladness.
Page 72, our song for Avodah. Page 74.
God who is ours, God of all generations, to you we are grateful forever. Rock and protector of our lives, your saving power endures from age to age. We thank you and tell the tale of your praise, your power in our lives, your caring for our souls, the constant miracle of your kindness. Morning, noon, and night, we call you goodness, for your compassion never ends. We call you mercy, for your love has no limit. We call you hope, now and for all time.
Page 76.
And for all these gifts, God of majesty, may your name come to be blessed and praised, our gratitude a daily offering till the end of time. Inscribe your covenant partners for a life of goodness, and may all life resound with gratitude and faith in praise of your name. God, you free us and strengthen us.
Baruch atah Adonai, ha'tov shimcha u'laka na'eh lehodot.
Blessed are you, Adonai, whose goodness deserves thanks and praise.
And we turn to page 78 for our evening prayer for peace. And we ask God to grant abundant peace all over the world. And we think about those areas of our world that have no peace. And we certainly keep Eretz Israel in our hearts and thoughts at this time as we sing Shalom Rav. At this time in our service, we want to think about those in our community that are in need of healing. Family, friends, extended members of our community. We certainly want to think about all those that were injured in the outbreak of tornadoes and the hurricane in our area. And we continue to think about the people that were injured with Hurricane Helene that went through a couple of weeks ago. We're thinking about the following in our community: Alex Moses, Karen Koklazier, Fran Hertz, Karen Dennis, Gerda Stokler, Vicki Owens, Mike Cohn, Arthur Weinberger, and Sylvia Askenazi. If there are other names that you wish to add to our list, please feel free to say their name as my hand passes over you.
Brian Schiff, Louis Brashear.
Thank you.
Paul Berman.
Thank you. Mike, is there anybody on this? Okay. We keep all of them in our thoughts as we sing Misha Barak. The words to this particular version we're doing this evening can be found on page 273 if you want to turn all the way to the back of the book, page 273. At this time, please take a moment or two to pray the thoughts and prayers of your heart to the God of your understanding, and then meet us on page 81. page 81. Please join us in singing Oseh Shalom. We turn to page 82 for our vidui, our confession. Eloheinu, Velohe avotenu ve'imotenu, Tavo lefanecha, Tefillatenu, Ve'al tit'alam mitchinatenu, She'ein anachnu Azefanim uk'she'ora Omar lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Tzadikim anachnu V'lo katanu Aval anachnu katanu Avinu Our God and God of all generations, may our prayers reach your presence. And when we turn to you, do not be indifferent. Adonai, we are arrogant and stubborn, claiming to be blameless and free of sin. In truth, we have stumbled and strays. We have done wrong. And now our alphabet of woe, the Ashamnu. And I will be singing, and you follow the choir. You're going to echo back to me. Ashamnu, Begadnu, Gazalnu, Dibarnu Dofi, He'evinu, Bashir Shanu, Bahir Shanu, Zadnu, 'Chama, 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 ' Tefanu shaker. I died, I died, I died, I died, I died, I died. Ya asnura. Ki zavnu. Latsnu. Maradnu. Nihatsnu. Sararnu. Avinu. Pashanu. Sararnu. Kishinu Oref. Yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 Rashanu Shichatnu Tihavnu Ta'inu Tihitanu. And let's read together at the bottom of the page, page 82. Of these wrongs we are guilty. We betray, we steal, we scorn, we act perversely, we are cruel, we scheme, we are violent, we slander, we devise evil, we lie, we ridicule, we disobey, we abuse, we defy, we corrupt, we commit crimes, we are hostile, we are stubborn, we are immoral, we kill, we spoil, we go astray, we lead others astray. Page 86 for our Vidui Rabbah. And in response to the Hebrew, please read the English along with Linda. For all these sins, our God, we ask forgiveness. Al chet shekatana lefaneka, bezadon uvishgaga, ve'al chet shekatana lefaneka, bedibur peh.
The ways we have wronged you deliberately and by mistake, and harm we have caused in your world through the words of our mouths.
Al chet shekatana lefaneka, be'imutz halev, ve'al chet shekatana lefaneka, betifshut peh.
The ways we have wronged you by hardening our hearts, and harm we have caused in your world through careless speech.
Al chet shekatana lefaneka, be'chakash u'kazav, ve'al chet shekatana lefaneka, be'chirlut.
The ways we have wronged you through lies and deceit, and harm we have caused in your world through gossip and rumor.
Al chet shekatana lefaneka, be'flilut, ve'al chet shekatana lefaneka, be'zazul chorim u'morim.
The ways we have wronged you by judging others unfairly, and harm we have caused in your world through disrespect to parents and teachers.
Al chet shekatana lefaneka, ve'dui peh, ve'al chet shekatana lefaneka, be'hona'at re'ah.
The ways we have wronged you through insincere apologies, and harm we have caused in your world by mistreating a friend or neighbor.
Al chet shekatana lefaneka, be'chozak yad, ve'al chet shekatana lefaneka, be'masa u'matan.
The ways we have wronged you through violence and abuse, and harm we have caused in your world through dishonesty in business.
Ba'al kulam elohas lichot, salak lanu, machal lanu, chaper lanu.
For all these failures of judgment and will, God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, lead us to atonement.
We continue on page 88. Al chet shekatanu lefanecha, begalui ubasater, vel chet shekatanu lefanecha, beef rikat ol.
The ways we have wronged you openly and secretly, and harm we have caused in your world by losing self-control.
Al chet shekatanu lefanecha, begilui arot, vel chet shekatanu lefanecha, memachal umish teh.
The ways we have wronged you through sexual immorality, and harm we have caused in your world through consumption of food and drink.
Al chet shekatanu lefanecha, v'yetzer hara, v'al chet shekatanu lefanecha, maneshek uv marbit.
The ways we have wronged you by giving in to our hostile impulses, and harm we have caused in your world through greed and exploitation.
Al chet shekatanu lefanecha, v'latzon, v'al chet shekatanu lefanecha, bin tiyat garon.
The ways we have wronged you through cynicism and scorn, and harm we have caused in your world through arrogant behavior.
Page 90. Al chet shekatanu lefanecha, v'sinat chinam, v'al chet shekatanu lefanecha, v'tumat sifatayim.
The ways we have wronged you by hating without cause, and harm we have caused in your world through offensive speech.
Al chet shekatanu lefanecha, bil shon hara, v'al chet shekatanu lefanecha, b'tzarut ayin.
The ways we have wronged you with a slanderous tongue, and harm we have caused in your world through a selfish or petty spirit.
V'al kulam elohas lichot, salaklanu mechalanu kaper lanu.
For all these failures of judgment and will, God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, lead us to atonement.
Page 96. Yo Page 98.
Hear our call, Adonai our God. Show us compassion. Accept our prayer with love and goodwill. Take us back, Adonai. Let us come back to you. Renew our days as in the past. Hear our words, Adonai. Understand our unspoken thoughts. May the speech of our mouth and our heart's quiet prayer be acceptable to you, Adonai, our rock and our Redeemer. Do not cast us away from your presence or cut us off from your Holy Spirit. Do not cast us away when we are old. As our strength diminishes, do not forsake us. Do not forsake us, Adonai. Be not far from us, our God. With hope, Adonai, we await you surely. You, Adonai, our God, you will answer.
Hashivenu Adonai Elecha Benashuva Benashuva Shema Koleinu Adonai Eloheinu Chus Berachem Page 106. And we're going to read at the bottom of page 106 together. We are your people, and you are our God. We are your children, and you are our father, our mother. We are the people who serve you, and you call us to serve. We are your community, and you are our portion. We are your legacy, and you are our purpose. We are your flock, and you are our shepherd. We are your vineyard, and you watch over us. We are your work, and you are our maker. We are your beloved, and you are our lover. We are your treasure, and you are the one we cherish. We are your people, and you reign over us. We offer you our words, and you offer us ours. Page 113. You can say the words in italics after I read the beginning. Avinu Malkeinu ha'er lanu et derech chayenu. Avinu Malkeinu, illumine for us the path of our life. How shall we find the strength to take the road less traveled by? Avinu Malkeinu. How shall we come to know the purpose of our existence?
Avinu Malkeinu.
How shall we learn not to live in vain?
Avinu Malkeinu.
How shall we distinguish between truth and falsehood?
Avinu Malkeinu.
How shall we find the answers to our questions?
Avinu Malkeinu.
How shall we gird ourselves with strength and seek answers?
Avinu Malkeinu.
We are going to rise as the ark is opened. I'm going to sing just a little different version of Avinu Malkeinu called Makor HaChayim, and we'll be singing that. Makor HaChayim Shema Kolenu. Makor HaChayim Chatanu Lefanecha. Makor HaChayim Chamol Aleinu. V'Hamol Aleinu. V'Tabeinu. Makor HaChayim Kalei Dever. V'Kerev Ra'av Me'aleinu. Makor HaChayim Kalei Kol Tzad. U'Mahashtin Me'aleinu. Makor HaChayim, Makor HaChayim, Kotveinu b'Sefer Chayim Tovim. Makor HaChayim, Makor HaChayim, Kotveinu b'Sefer Chayim Tovim. Makor HaChayim Kadesh Elenu. Shana Tova, Shana Tova. Makor HaChayim Shema Kolenu. Shema Kolenu. Shema And on page 114, let's read responsively. Is he messing with me? Gotta love this guy. Anyway, let's okay, I've lost it completely. What was that? Anyway, so we're gonna read responsively. Avinu Malkeinu Shema Kolenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, Almighty Merciful, hear our voice.
Avinu Malkeinu Chatanu Lefanecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, we have strayed and sinned before you.
Avinu Malkeinu Chamol Elenu Ve'al Olenu V'Tabinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, have passion on us and our families. Avinu Malkeinu, halt the onslaught of sickness, violence, and hunger. Together.
Avinu Malkeinu Kalei Kol Tsar Umastin Me Elenu. I'm sorry, guys.
Avinu Malkeinu, halt the reign of those who cause pain and terror.
Avinu Malkeinu Kotvenu B'Sefer Chayim Tovim.
Avinu Malkeinu, enter our names in the books of lives well lived.
Avinu Malkeinu Kadesh Elenu Shana Tova.
Avinu Malkeinu, renew for us a year of goodness.
And we're going to go down to the bottom of page 115. Avinu Malkeinu Konenu Va'anenu Ki Ein Banu Ma'asim Aseh Imanu Tzedakah V'Chesed Enu.
Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, answer us with grace. Our deeds are wanting. Save us through acts of justice and love.
Avinu Malkeinu, Oneinu Vaneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Oneinu Vaneinu, Ki ein banu mahasi. Aseh imanu, Tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu, Tzedakah v'chesed, le'oshi'enu. Avinu Malkeinu, Oneinu Vaneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Oneinu Vaneinu, Ki ein banu ma'asi. You may be seated. Well, those of you that know me well know that when I lose it in a big way. So you just have to kind of let me regroup a little bit. Anyway, well, Shabbat Shalom and good Yontif, everyone. I was walking the beach one Friday morning, as I often do before heading to work. In these trips to the ocean, I do my morning blessings, I pick up shells, listening to the sounds and the power of the water. I watch people fish, I take pictures of shorebirds, all the things that one might think of to do on a beautiful early morning in Brevard County at the beach. I often engage in a conversation with someone walking the beach, much like I am. Just recently, a woman walked by me and stopped. She said, "Oh, you're the rabbi. It is so great to see you again." Who knew? On one particular day, I was walking along and there was a gentleman and his wife wading in the water looking for shells. Occasionally, he would throw one up onto the sand, and I picked one of his discards and realized it had been cast aside because it was not perfect. The tip of the shell had been broken off, or at the very least, appeared to be incomplete. He was looking for perfect shells with no chips or fractures or any other imperfections. All I could think of was, boy, that sermon just wrote itself. I took the shell with me. It is. And it appears before you now, imperfect and flawed. The tip is just barely gone. Just as I appear to you, imperfect and flawed. We are all flawed in some aspect of our life. Flaws can be a blessing, or at times a curse. I spoke of blessings and curses that appear at any given moment on any given day during my talk, Erev Rosh Hashanah. One of my flaws is that I am extremely goal-oriented, and sometimes I get in my own way with it. I know that I get in other people's ways with this characteristic as well. In my job as a medical technologist, a career I had for 40 plus years, when I had someone's diagnosis in my hand, I could say something like, "Oh, maybe I'll just analyze that sample tomorrow," or "Really too busy with paperwork to deal with that specimen right now." No, I had priorities. My priority was the analysis in a very timely fashion. If I had discovered leukemia in an individual, every second began to count in getting that diagnosis to the doctor so that they could form a plan of attack to save the life of that individual. Where this becomes a flaw is assuming everyone is goal-driven and not being patient with those that are not. I see something that needs attention and I need it done now, whether or not now is actually really practical. It is as if something is incomplete if it does not get done now. It is both a blessing and a curse, believe me. There is a term used to describe a state of mind in which we leave something incomplete, something unfinished or broken, much like my shell here. The term is treif da'at, literally torn knowledge, but it refers to a mind that has become pulled in far too many directions. It's torn, flawed, imperfect. It is not shalem. It is not whole. How many of us fall into treif da'at? Is it continuous? Is the mind or our knowledge ever whole? Are there imperfections or tears in our thinking from time to time? Too many distractions to keep us off the path we want to be on or perhaps need to be on. I know that from time to time, I visit with people in the hospital or in their homes or talk with people that are near the end of their lives. And they feel at times that their lives are not complete. They feel all these loose ends that they have surrounding them, things they feel the need to tie up so the family is not burdened with the details as they pass on. Even though it is imperative for the person to accomplish these last-minute tasks, the family may be in denial about the person's impending fate. Oh, there's no hurry to get that finished. You're not ready to go yet. You're not dying. Yet the person in that situation knows the opposite is true. Frustration and alienation may ensue as the person whose last days are in front of them may feel utterly alone. Treif da'at, torn mind on both sides. Life is so complicated, or at least we have all created it to be that way. Someone said to me one time, "You seem to be constantly juggling balls in the air. How do you do it?" And I replied, "They are not balls, they are axes. I am juggling axes. If one of them falls, well, you get the idea." But did I create that for myself, trying to juggle axes instead of balls? I ultimately set myself up for failure, knowing that it would be nearly impossible to complete all the tasks I have put before me, and yet I continue to do it. Treif da'at, torn mind. Even as I am writing this sermon, I am torn in several different directions, thinking of all the tasks I have to accomplish before the high holy days are actually here, which they are. They are here. Did I accomplish everything? Right now I am writing, so I am without the knowledge that I completed everything. But does it matter if I leave something undone? Does it really matter if each of my sermons is not perfect, or every piece of music is perfect, or I hit every note of every song perfect, which I know I didn't tonight? The short answer is yes, but the real long answer is no. Imperfections are part of life. Have you ever gone to visit a friend or a couple of friends that are struggling with an issue that seems to be paralyzing them? They need to talk about it, perhaps two people together or just an individual. You listen to them and you get pulled into their narrative. They may feel better after dumping all their problems onto you, but now you feel awful and overwhelmed by what has transpired because you feel helpless. You cannot fix what has happened to that friend. The burden has now been transferred to you. We may begin to look at the world with a shattered lens or through a broken window, but why does this happen? We all share with the same heart. Each heart beats independently, but we all share that. Physically, we are separate, but we share the same heart. And when a heart is broken, it affects us all. We all know that emotions are contagious. When a few people are afraid, then more will fear. When there is laughter and joy, we all fall into that feeling of happiness, which I heard during Avinu Malkeinu, I'm not going to lie. Fear and love and happiness and suffering can ripple from one heart to another. The positive emotions give our treif da'at a moment of healing. The negatives may tear it once again. What are pains that are pressing on your heart right now, perhaps causing your fractured thinking? Are you sitting here right now thinking about someone, perhaps even yourself, that is drowning in fear or suffering or sorrow, and you cannot fix it? Maybe you are fixing it. You are here. You are taking a few moments to sit in this sanctuary, surrounded by fellow Jews, your friends and family looking for teshuvah a return to something you have strayed from for some time, a relationship, a project long neglected, telling your boss you are drowning and need a lifeline. Mike. I had someone come to me one day to talk about their life and what was causing them so much pain. They shared all the issues that they found causing them treif da'at. And I told them, what I see is a plate that has 3 main dishes, 5 sides, and 4 desserts. The plate has too much on it. So what if you removed this one side dish right now today? They looked at me, and I could see them lighten. I said, okay, let's take a main dish off of this plate. Remove this from the plate along with that side dish right now, today. And they did. It was gone. They got tears in their eyes and said, why did I not see that? I said, we get in our own way. And sometimes it takes an alternative lens to see that a change in life is necessary. This person left my office with a treif da'at because we could not fix everything. But their heart was mended, and the tears in the mind were less than they had been. So ask yourself, what are the loose ends in my life? What can I jettison to make my life a bit simpler? What is the unfinished business I have right now? Pick one thing, one area to focus on. As I talked about Erev Rosh Hashanah, make teshuvah, return about this. Make it about ending your fractured heart or your treif da'at. Make it about returning to a place where your heart is one with others and your mind is attentive to you. Not everyone else, but you. Teshuvah, repentance, and return. Return to yourself. Ken Yehi Ratzon, be this God's will. And now my wonderful choir is going to present a piece called Rescue Me. It's a song that was actually written for the hostage release, but I contacted the person that wrote it and I said, how would you feel about that as a Yom Kippur message? And she liked it. And she said, please do that. So we're going to be singing Rescue Me. Would you stand up? So make no flame, lift me and carry me. Matira surim, release me, redeem me. Za'abti elecha, Adonai, Hatzileni merodfai. I cry from the depths, rescue me. So make no flame, lift me and carry me. Matira surim, release me, redeem me. Za'abti elecha, Adonai, Hatzileni merodfai. I cry from the depths, rescue me. Give strength, give power to those who reach for me. Reach for me. Reach for me. Oh, from my darkness, grant me courage, grant me strength. I reach for you. I reach for you. this time we turn to page 116 and kindly rise for the Elenu. Elenu shalachabea quadahun hakol, la tekadula bilse breshi, shalo asana pigoye paratzot, velo samanu kamishpachol ha'adama, shalo zapelchenu kahem, v'glor aleinu kekol hamonam, v'ananu korim, Umishtakavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Page 119, and we read at the bottom, may we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shema echad. Thus it has been said, Adonai will be sovereign over all the earth. On that day, Adonai will be one, and God's name will be one. You may be seated. Page 121. This holy night concludes with memory. Our last thoughts always are of those we have lost. We miss them especially tonight, yearning for their presence at our side. The service we have shared once was theirs. They spoke and sang the ancient words. They prayed, repented, and yearned for better lives, as we have done. Flawed in their deeds, imperfect in their faith, they still drew strength from their tradition as we seek fortitude in ours. What was good and beautiful in their lives once gave us joy and now inspires us to reach higher. The knowledge that they loved us deeply brings comfort to our hearts, so we light candles of remembrance and gratitude, and we speak this timeless truth. We are remembering the following whose yahrzeit, the anniversary of whose death occurs at this time: Annie Wundol, Dan Haug, Etka Huss, Francis T. Broida, Herman A. Greisel, Homer K. Kassler, Raymond A. Kassler, Rose Schechter, Marcia Rendelman, the aunt of Terry Ginsburg, Mary Owens, the mother-in-law of Vicki Owens, Harold Gould, the father of Carolyn Miles, Elsa Stokler, the mother-in-law of Gerda Stokler, Annalise Stokler, the sister-in-law of Gerda Stokler, Stan Dupree, the brother of Phyllis Carlin. If there are other names that you would like to add at this time, please say their name aloud. If you are in mourning or if it is your custom, please rise on page 122 for the Kaddish prayer. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabah ve'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayekon uvyomechon u'v'chaye dekol Beit Yisrael va'agala u'vizman kariv imru Amen. Yahei Shemei Rava Mebarak Le'olam Olmei Almaya Yitbarak V'yishtabak V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudashah Bariku La'ela Ula'ela Mikol Birkata V'shirata Tushbakata V'nekamata Da'amiram V'alma V'imru Amen. Yahei Shalama Rava Mit Shemaya V'chayim Elenu V'al Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'imromah Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Elenu V'al Yisrael Yoshvei Tevel V'imru Amen. Zikronom Levraka. May their memories be for a blessing in this new year and always. Amen. You may be seated. At this time, it is my great pleasure to invite Michael Slotkin to come up and give us words of greeting, announcements, and what have you. Usually what have you. One more time, that's it.
One more time, that's it.
I hate
Shabbat
that.
Shalom, everybody. Good
Shabbat.
Yontif. We have a large crowd streaming in tonight, so welcome. I hope you're safe wherever you're at. If some of you are here tonight because you thought it might be better to be on the east coast of Florida this week, welcome to Temple Israel. We hope you're safe. And by the way, given that we probably didn't know 36 hours ago that we were actually going to do this tonight, I thought this went perfect tonight.
Thank you, I thought so too.
Manfred and the choir and Madeline and the ritual team, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right, so we'll be back 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. You know the security procedure. Sean will be out there with the tent beginning, I think, about 9:15, 9:30. So please don't wait till the last minute to get here. We're trying to be safe, and we're going to try to document everybody that comes in here. Afterwards, we will have a study session for those that don't want to leave the temple and just want to hang out here for the afternoon.
We'll study or schmooze or whatever.
The services will start. The family service will be at 3 o'clock. I believe healing and Yisker begin at 4:30. We're going to try to do something different this year. You can see the screens on both sides of the room. So rather than printing 100 Yisker books that nobody takes with them afterwards, we're going to stream all the names up on the screen as we read them tomorrow afternoon. And that'll begin probably around 5 o'clock, the Yisker service.
Yeah.
And then break fast, we think will be somewhere around 6:30 as such.
That's our
Okay, as you walked into the temple, you will notice that there are bags on the far side of the room. So we're having people already return the food. We're organizing a donation for the Central Brevard Sharing Center. So if you have food with you tonight, please leave it on the far side of the room with the bags. If you don't, please bring some back tomorrow. If you need a bag, Joel or Sylvia will see you in the lobby. Can you raise your hands real quick, Joel or Sylvia? You can get a bag from them. And one thing I do want to say for next week, it is a rather quick turnaround. So next Friday night is our Sukkot Pizza in the Hut. Well, we have to order the appropriate amount of pizza. So if you plan to be here next Friday night, please let Terry know, RSVP for it, and we will have that celebration next Friday night. And with that, good Yontif, Shabbat Shalom.
Good job. Thanks, Mike. So I would also just like to add my appreciation to my ritual team, Linda with a Y, Linda with an I, and Holly, that they worked really tirelessly to put all this stuff together. And even though I missed some of my cues, and I cut Roz off a couple of times, you know, these things happen. So, and thank you so much to my friend Manfred, even though I don't know what that little thing was that you did, but we'll talk. And my choir, I thought they were really, really awesome tonight. So, to conclude our service, we are going to turn to page 127 and sing Return Again to the land of your soul. Return again, return to the land of to what you are. Return to who you are. Return to where you are. Born and reborn again. Return again. Return again. Return to the land of your soul. And Mike, are we going to greet people in the lobby? So if you would just allow Mike and I to leave the sanctuary, we will greet you. And Shabbat Shalom and good Yontif.